an enchanted village hidden deep within an endless forest. The village is small, with only a few dozen houses scattered across rolling green hills. Surrounding it is a dense, impenetrable forest, stretching from the last houses into the unknown, its dark shadows hiding ancient secrets. At the heart of this village stands a towering 500-year-old oak tree beside an old stone well. Its massive trunk is cracked with deep scars of time, and its branches stretch high, casting an eternal twilight beneath its canopy. The villagers believe that this ancient oak has witnessed everything: wars, celebrations, births, and deaths, and perhaps even something more. Legends whisper that rituals were once performed beneath this tree, and on the night of even Kupala, it becomes something greater. The wind makes it breathe, and its leaves murmur forgotten incantations. The elders say that within its roots lies something that should never be awakened: the legend of the guardian oak. Long ago, when this village was just beginning to grow among the forests, there stood another, even older oak tree in its place. It was said that beneath its mighty branches, ancient sorcerers gathered, performing rituals and seeking counsel from spirits. But one day, outsiders arrived, people from distant lands, who neither respected the land nor its spirits. They sought to cut down the forest and claim these lands as their own. The village elders gathered under the oak, pleading for its protection. They brought offerings, chanted incantations, and then something strange happened. The tree began to tremble. Its roots shifted the earth, and its branches stretched toward the sky as if grasping the lightning. That night, a terrible storm raged, and by morning, when the villagers went to see what had happened, the outsiders were gone. Their footprints vanished right at the base of the tree. From that day forward, the tree was known as the guardian oak. The villagers believed it had taken the souls of the intruders into its roots, where they now lay trapped, unable to find rest. If anyone dared to break even a single branch from the tree, disaster would strike. Their livestock would perish, the well water would turn foul, and restless spirits would haunt their home. But there was another, far more terrifying part of the legend, whispered only by the elders. It was said that once every 100 years, on the night of Ivan Kupala, the oak reveals its secret. Its roots begin to pulse like a heartbeat, and those who dare to approach can see the ones who vanished a century ago. They whisper something unintelligible, pleading for salvation. But if you linger for even a moment too long, you may become a part of its dark history. The legend of the fern flower beneath the guardian oak. In the village, an ancient legend was passed down for generations, the tale of the fern flower, which blooms only once a year on the night of even Kupala, but not just anywhere, only beneath the guardian oak, where the realms of the living and the dead are said to intersect. It is said that this flower is unlike any other. Its petals glow with a soft red golden light, as if fire burns within them. It does not grow in ordinary soil, but only where a great secret is buried, or where a soul has not found peace. People believed that whoever found the fern flower would receive a special gift: the ability to see what is hidden gold buried in the ground, lost things, even the true faces of people, the power to know their future, but it may not be the fate they desire, the ability to speak with the shadows of the past, to hear the voices of those long gone. But with this gift came a curse. The one who plucks the flower would never fully belong to this world again. Their shadow would grow thinner, their steps would become lighter, and year by year they would fade until one day they would disappear among the spirits wandering beneath the oak. People feared this power, yet there were always those who believed they could outwit fate. But the elders always warned, the flower chooses who finds it, and the oak decides whether you will ever leave. The secret of the centennial night, the night of Ivan Kupala, was gaining strength. The bonfire blazed high, illuminating the smiling faces of the young villagers who danced in circles, sang and laughed. Girls, adorned with wreaths of wildflowers, cast them into the water, hoping to glimpse their future husbands. The boys tested their courage, leaping over the flames to bring themselves luck and strength. Amidst the merriment and noise, no one immediately noticed the old man standing a little apart. Leaning on a wooden staff, his eyes observed the youth with quiet contemplation, as if recalling something long forgotten. Everyone in the village knew him. He was called Elder Artem, the oldest man in the settlement, a keeper of stories so ancient that even the eldest grandmothers had forgotten them. "Grandfather, come join us," one of the boys called, waving a hand. "Tell us an old legend." Others chimed in. Elder Artem approached slowly, smiling beneath his gray beard. He sat near the fire, and in its glow, his eyes shone like those of a man who had seen too much. "A legend, you say?" he murmured, his voice deep with thought. "Very well. I shall tell you something passed down from my grandfather, who heard it from his own. But listen carefully, for this night is not like any other." The laughter and chatter around the bonfire softened. The youth leaned in, eager to hear the tale. "This year's Kupala is special," he continued, "because tonight marks exactly 100 years since the last time the guardian oak revealed its secret. A dry branch suddenly cracked in the fire, sending sparks into the air. Some flinched at the sudden noise. "You all know about the fern flower," the old man went on, "but not everyone knows that it only blooms on nights when the soul's beneath." The oak awakened. Someone scoffed, dismissing it as a children's tale, but most remained silent, their breaths held in suspense. 100 years ago, Elder Artem's voice grew deeper, on a night just like this, a group of young men and women, just like you, set out to find the flower. They did not fear the warnings, but that night they saw something that was never meant to be among the living. He paused, his eyes scanning the faces before him. The flames flickered, casting eerie shadows on the ground. "Their fate was terrible," he said at last, "and maybe tonight some of you will try your luck. But remember this, the guardian oak does not release those who awaken it." Silence fell over the bonfire. The young villagers exchanged glances. Some shrugged off the tale, but others felt the cold whisper of fear creep up their spines. And then someone muttered, "But what if this time is different? What if we really find it?" Elder Artem's eyes darkened. "If you find it," he whispered, "you will never be the same again." At that moment a wind rose from the forest, rustling the trees. Somewhere beyond the edge of the woods, a faint whisper stirred, as if something was waking up.